That's good.
Oh, do you have flyers?
Yes, I do. Do you have some?
I have some.
Not a lot?
Hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
No.
The Earth is flat.
Hello, YouTube. Yeah, I got some in my book bag. RealmWalker.
FlatEarthCity.
We're here.
We gave ourselves our own names.
Yeah.
That's what I still think is funny. Like, I just named my channel, and then now that's what people call me.
And now it's a thing.
Now it's a thing. You can call me Tim. People call me Tim.
Tim. I like Tim. We're here in Little Italy.
University Village.
University Village. We're here to do some quintessential flat smacking.
Quintessential, that's a good word.
There you go. All right.
For a thumbnail.
Back to work.
That is flat.
Back to work. No hesitation. There you go. Go ahead. You got it. We got it. She got it. He got it. She got it.
Those professors are the ones that we should be talking to.
Seriously.
Why are you teaching?
You profess lies.
How you doing? Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
I'm good.
The Earth is flat. They teach this class in school, right? About
no,
flat Earth?
Yeah? Yeah, you should look into it, man. There's no real footage of space. Tim? Fellow brethren in truth.
Going good.
How's it going?
Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
There you go.
Hey, bring me one of those, would you, brother?
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Thank you, man.
University.
You want one too? Yeah, man. It's free.
I think it's an old one.
Sure? Go for it.
I missed my bus.
Yeah. Reading material. The best reaction ever. And then me bumping into that bus stop was the best reaction ever. There you go. Proving.
Little Italy was little.
No.
There's something we missed.
We're obviously not privy to the information of how this is all laid out, so we'll figure it out.
Hello.
Check it out.
Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
Awesome.
Hello. Flat Earth?
Here you go.
Everybody wants some.
Everybody wants them. We got to find our niche, Tim.
Hello.
There you go. Oakley dokley. Hey, how's it going? There you go. I'll Wilster Nilster about it.
Where's that church stuff?
It's over yonder. Oh, actually, here, let's turn the camera. So it's that tower off into the distance there. That's where we're going. Check that out. No, there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, appreciating your surroundings is part of living life, you know? It's like breathing. You can't just turn that off. Hello. Can I give you that? Awesome.
Flat Earth.
Tim, sorry. I'm blocking you. Hey, can I give you one?
What's this for? Earth?
Earth is flat. Check it out. Right on. Can I give you that? Right on, man.
Chicago Public Library, Roosevelt. I was listening to Pete and Peter. Peter and Pete.
You can be very intelligent and very good at what you do, and you can still be stupid.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Sun and Moon Family United.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, and they were talking about where water is an element,
Yes.
air is an element,
Yes.
and air just has things mixed into it, just like water has chemicals and stuff mixed into it.
Yep.
Air also has chemicals and water, chemicals and air has water mixed into it also.
Yeah.
So chemicals and chemicals like oxygen and chemicals like hydrogen, and they just be floating around in the air.
Yeah.
And then air itself is its own element. So that was kind of interesting
Exactly.
learning about that.
Yeah.
Or at least expanding my thought process into
Right,
something
right.
that is a little bit where I know I was never taught that in school. So
Exactly. It's just another way of looking at things, and if we don't take the time to experience things in different ways, then how do we know what we know is true? So, hey guys, can I give you one? Check it out. Yep. How about you? You want one? Awesome.
question of the shape of the earth.
You actually gave that to me, and I don't believe in this concept.
Nonsense. Okay.
We've already. Oh, so that means that we flat smacked her twice.
Yep. Here you go, man.
And she got 2 out of the 3 times that she needs to hear flat Earth before
Right.
she might look into it.
She just needs one more flat smack, and
Right.
she'll be right on track. Ah, man, I tried to pose.
Me too.
It's all right.
Well, let's look into this.
Yeah, man, for sure. Yeah, definitely. It's great. We're getting like a lot of onlookers from traffic, and yeah, we're spreading the love, the flat Earth love. There you go. Spreading the news.
No, it's New York, not Chicago. How you
Oh,
doing?
yeah.
Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
What's that?
The Earth is flat.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard.
10 proofs in here.
Check it out. No, for real. Look at it.
Thanks.
Yeah, man, for sure. Beautiful clouds. Let me turn the camera around.
They almost look real. Not
got-
like the chem made.
Chem clouds. Chem clouds.
Man-made chem clouds. Great day, Steve. Great day you picked. Well,
Great day.
Monday.
You set this up, Tim. You are the man. You did it. This is a great spot. I'm really digging the scenery. I'm digging the weather.
Digging the company.
Digging the company. Digging the truth. Hey guys, want to check that out?
Flat Earth. Yeah, why not?
Go for it. Yeah, for sure.
Good luck to you too.
Yeah, good luck on your journey. It's one heck of a ride. Hello. God is good. Yes.
The clock looks funny.
Yeah. Hello. Can I give you that? Awesome.
How you doing? Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth? The Earth is flat.
What's that?
Yes, it is.
Look into it.
New buildings in Chicago.
Beautiful buildings. I don't know if that building is really beautiful though. Probably should rectify that. That's an all right building. I've seen better. Put grass on it and a tree on it, and then we'll talk. Not grass, vegetables. Produce. Grow
So I
some
wasn't-
zucchini on
not
that
really
thing.
Sure how much of that campus we can just go walk on.
I think it's all.
What part is public sidewalk and what part becomes
Well,
campus?
they don't all have the.
We're going to test hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the earth? Test our boundaries today.
Test our boundaries. Head shop, head shop. Come get your head chopped. Hey, how's it going? Check it out.
Where's Little Italy at?
This is it.
This is it, right?
I seen a picture of like this sign that was on the street that said Italiana. Is there another like? Is there a road?
Probably during like a festival or something.
I think so.
Yeah. Is there anything cool to see around here? We're not tourists. We're flat earthers, but we want to walk by the cool stuff so we could talk to people. Where the cool.
Really here,
Where's Joe DiMaggio at?
That's down there.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Right there by the Starbucks.
I'm gonna
Nice.
take a picture with him.
No, all right, have a good
All right. Thanks, man.
Hello.
Hey, man. How's it going? Let me give you one. Sorry. Yep. Much love.
We're not tourists.
We're not
We're
tourists.
asking very touristy questions.
We're from here. We just don't know what's going on here. We don't know what's going on. We never know.
It's
Tim, are you gonna run or are you gonna stop? Let's stop.
It's Little Italy and University Village, and you said we were going to Little Village.
Said it was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you book the wrong location? Is there a little village?
No.
Oh, then you are right.
It's called University Village.
Oops. Well, we've been running into people, so
Oh
that.
yeah, lots of people.
It's good.
And, more than 90% took flyers.
Yep. Yeah, surprisingly, they're more open-minded around here. Is that what it is? It's gotta
They
be.
feel protected with all the police presence.
Right? Well, that's just because we're on the border of like very dangerous neighborhoods. So.
Oh yeah?
Yeah. So they're like policing the perimeter. It literally is something else. Chicago is segregation to the utmost. They're really good at that.
Or they could
Keeping
just be
things
following
separated.
us and being like, make sure those flat earthers don't get to too many
Get out of
people.
pocket. Hello, ma'am. Can I give you this?
No.
Okie dokie. Plant seeds. Because I could have been selling a washing machine if I didn't say anything. She didn't know.
She didn't know.
She didn't know. She was tying her shoe. She wasn't even looking.
Didn't see the signs.
She didn't see the signs.
I mean, I almost started singing, but
Yeah.
about the signs.
I saw the sign.
No, I don't do it. Hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the earth?
Sorry?
The earth is flat.
Look into
We
it.
live on a flat, motionless, stationary plane. I know you're
There's no
laughing
stellar
now.
parallax. There's like 1,000 proofs. Seriously.
Do it yourself.
Yep. I gotta usually kick it off with, there's no proof we live on a spinning, whirling, because once you make it sound ridiculous, that's when they start thinking like, maybe I need to look into this. Maybe it does sound a little ridiculous. So there is this. Is that the statue?
He said by Starbucks.
This is it.
Where's Starbucks?
There he is. Look. Swinging the bat.
Swinging a hit.
Swinging a miss.
Swinging a hit. He has the longest hit streak of any baseball player
Yeah.
in per game. So it's always swinging a hit.
Where's Tim goes?
Rob said, what up, Tim? Steve is here with me.
What's up?
RealmWalker's here with me.
How you guys doing? Hope the reception's decent.
One viewer, and he came out and said who he was right away. That was great.
You guys want one of these? No? Cool.
Thank you.
Much love. Which way you want to go? Turn around?
Around the park.
Around the park. Around this tiny little 12 feet by 12 feet park.
Hello.
What's he paid us?
Have you ever questioned the shape of the earth?
Check it out.
The earth is flat.
How about you? You want one?
All right. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Cool.
So you something? Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
The earth is flat. Don't, you're just laughing now. It's not funny, I'm serious.
I swear I was saying her number.
I really do, dude. I didn't say
How you doing? Have you ever questioned the shape of the earth?
No, I'm
The
good.
earth is flat.
It is flat, right?
Yeah.
So we're handing out flyers. Do you want one?
No, I'm good.
Okay.
Here we be.
One of your relatives said to come down here, so
Yeah,
I thought it was a good idea.
it's a great idea. Beautiful idea. Hello.
Oh, hi.
Yeah.
Hi, thank you.
You know what to? You're welcome. The 1-2 pamphlet punch.
That's the way we do it. Hey guys, here you go. That was a negative.
6 viewers, Steve,
Really?
coming along with us for this walk through Little Italy.
This lovely walk on this lovely day
Yes.
in Little Italy, Chicago.
Not to be confused with the other Little Italies that are out there. Hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth? The Earth is flat. This is a college area too,
Yep.
so we'll be heading over there shortly. UIC.
Yes, sir.
Hello.
How's it going, man? You want to check that out? Ah, should look into it. Flat Earth.
Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth? The Earth is flat.
It is.
Flat Earth?
Heard about this? You want to check it out? Word.
Oh, okay. It should. The problem is it should all be failed. We shouldn't get anybody who is interested in the subject at all.
Yeah.
But because it is so true and so resonating, we got people backing up. So no, he's in part.
Just for us. People want to find out. People want to know the
They've
truth.
already heard about it.
Yeah.
Now they want some information about it too. They've heard of it on all their news channels and everything.
Yep. Yep.
Hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
Yeah, look into it.
Laughing, smiling, mocking.
He'll look into it.
Oh, this is University of Illinois over here.
Yeah. He'll look into it. He's got it. Now that's a building right there.
Health sciences.
What is that, pollution coming out of that? No.
Hello. Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
Yeah.
What's the shape? Hello. Flat Earth?
I think she was on Bluetooth.
Oh, okay. I thought we blew her mind.
We blew her mind, let's just say that.
Yeah. Have you ever questioned the shape of the Earth?
Nope.
The Earth is flat.
Why?
Why is it flat?
There's no proof of any curves, and we should have proof. And we have high altitude footage that goes to 100,000 feet, completely flat. So the only curvature and the only globe we're getting is from NASA, which is a government agency. There's only been about 500 people or so that actually been to space. So we're pretty much just trusting the word of a very small group of people.
Well, I mean, I have sent up to space and I've seen that so.
What kind of, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. Do you know what type of lens you use? Did you use a fisheye lens?
Nope.
By any chance? Was it a GoPro or an action cam?
Yep.
Okay, so that's the problem. See, with action cams, they're meant to actually distort. So what you're getting is a fisheye effect. So if that camera tilts up, the horizon's gonna bow, so it's gonna look concave. And if you turn it back down, it'll go convex. So you're not really seeing the true horizon in its natural state. But if you have on an actual fixed, flat lens, what you'll see is it's completely flat, and there's tons of footage on YouTube. I really urge you to check it out. But if you look into it, you'll see that it's completely flat, and it's like 120,000 feet is like the highest, and that's like ridiculous because we've been told 35,000 feet and a little bit higher, we should start seeing the curve at least somewhat. And then when we get to 86,000 feet and higher, definitely should be seeing some curve. You know what I'm saying? But we don't see it. And that's a problem. And then we're getting that from government agencies. We're getting actual curved images from them, and that's not a trustworthy source because it should be an independent thing. We should be able to go and confirm this for ourselves. And I do like the fact that you did send something up there, which actually kind of proves, because think of it like this, look how easy it was for you to send it up that high, right? How come there's no illegal space launches? How come there's no like independent footage of actual space?
SpaceX has it was real.
Right, but like, is SpaceX independent?
Yeah, it should be.
Well, I mean, there's you can look into this yourself, but where he went in front of the Senate and basically said to the United States government, "I'm giving you backdoor access on everything," which gives you complete control. So it's government. It's not like independent. I mean, we can't go in there and inspect SpaceX for ourselves and see how true and how legit everything is. Everything's classified, you know, so it's all quarantined off from the public eyes at least. So we have to take it onto ourselves to prove it. And what we're saying is that there's actual experimentation that shows there is no spin, there is no motion. And there's actually been scientists that have actually done research about this.
Question.
Yeah.
So I've been on the Pacific, and how come I can't see Japan if it's flat?
Okay, because convergence. The way perspective works is everything on the horizon point, when you're looking out, converges downward from above and upward from below. So when you look off, think of it like this. It's an X, and then there's a point, and that point is your convergence. That's your convergence right there, your vanishing point. So when you look off into the distance, you can't see infinitely far because your eyes can only see so far. Now, if you take optics, like for instance, there has been actual imagery from camera equipment that is infrared based, and what they've done is they can see way too far. I think it was like 400 miles was the latest test. And if there was a curve and we're seeing 400 miles with, you know, infrared optics, how is that possible?
Why not 500 though? If it's
Yeah.
flat, why not 500?
Or
Well,
more, sure. That's
I'm
just
sure
as
it's
far as-
improving. So far, this has been the development. This is quite a
Camera
new,
technology
recent.
has just recently got to where it is right now.
As a matter of fact, the P1000 was just released into civilian hands, which actually makes it the farthest reaching personal
It's gonna
zoom
be
camera.
125 times zoom.
Yeah, that civilian can buy. So as our personal equipment is improving, we are getting what we would expect if we were living on a flat
There still is
Earth, you know?
It's still, air is like a liquid though, so it keeps compounding the further out you go. So it's still going to be harder and harder to see through that haze and that smog and that smoke and that liquid
Yeah.
that we're breathing in. It's what, 70% nitrogen and
It's like a
oxygen and it's-
infinity mirrors. Like, you know, the glass will eventually like blur out. You can't see that far. It'll just limit.
So even with our technology, we still won't be able to get past that certain point.
Yeah.
Sorry, a small digression. I thought the infinity mirrors don't work because the glass absorbs light.
Exactly, just like the atmosphere. So it's the same thing. It's a medium. So the glass is like sort of its own medium. There's like small bits of metals and fragments that are within the glass, air, particles, all such things. And then same thing with the air. You have particulates, you know, anything from weather to whatever, and they're also building up as you go further out. They gradually expand. So you're going to see a lot more. There's going to be a limitation to how far you can see because of this. You know, like it's just inevitable. Like unless we're trying with, like we said, with the infrared optics, where we're starting to see way further because it's actually seeing through the haze. It's only just picking up the infrared light. So because of that, infrared light actually spreads a little faster. It's a little bit of a low frequency wavelength. It's easier to pick up things a lot further. but we still need better optics. We still need better lighting to see even further than that, you know? So eventually we're gonna hit a limitation of infrared, and then it's gonna be the next technology to take us further. But what we're saying is that infrared itself, the distances that we're already talking, is way beyond the curvature itself. I don't know if you're familiar with the curvature calculations of the Earth. Okay, so it's based off of spherical geometry, and it's basically 8 inches per mile squared. So you got to square the distance, so that gives you the arc or the curve, the drop, you know, so you know what you're looking at. So if you were looking at that distance, I mean, it would be so far beyond the curve of the horizon, it'd be impossible. It'd be like seeing around the corner, you know. I mean, at that point, you're already like reaching the capabilities of what the eye can see. And then they say, okay, well, you hear the explanation saying, oh, well, atmosphere can bend light, right? So you can say that argument that atmosphere is bending in favor of the flat earthers and saying, oh, that's why we're seeing far, because it's just the right moment. But here's the interesting thing, is that when you take the humidity out of the air, the lower humidity zones on Earth, you can see way further than you can with the humidity. So actually it leans more credence to the fact that it's revealing what it truly is, because there's less of a magnification of the horizon. So you're getting more of a clearer image. So, I mean, right there, that even just blows it out of the water. Like, it's gotta be flat. I mean, and the only reason why I'm suggesting it's gotta be flat is we're taking into consideration like the heliocentric model, right? Like the sun supposedly rises and sets and all that. So let's say the Earth is 25,000 miles in circumference, right? So that's what they say. It's like 24,901 miles or whatever. So let's say that's true. And then we got the calculations or whatever, but you know, we can see too far. So I mean, like that right there even just says that we're already in a zone that's like, it doesn't make sense. The sun rise and setting, like let's say if the Earth was bigger, wouldn't make sense, because it'd mean like that somehow the sun sets and races around the Earth to catch up and then rise again. And that's just nonsense. So it's like, the more you start picking the heliocentric model apart, the more it falls into pieces.
So a small scale of being able to see too far would be, you can see the Chicago skyline on the right conditions across Lake Michigan. That's 60 miles away, and you should be 1,700 feet of curvature, which is the tip of top of the Willis Tower, and you can see the whole skyline. So that's in our area. You can do an experiment like that. You can see too far. I'm from Waukegan, and I take a picture 35 miles away, and right out on my Waukegan pier, and it's supposed to be 700 feet of curvature, 600, 700 feet of curvature, and the skyline still comes with the full view. So there should only be 30 buildings in the city that are taller than that. So I've seen it with my own eyes.
Check it out. Can I give you one too?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
So experiments are easy to do.
Yeah, so last year there was this eclipse.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you a while ago there was a lunar eclipse.
The Selenelium? Is that the one? Is that the one you're talking about? The most recent lunar eclipse?
But the point being was that we can see a curved surface on the moon.
Yes.
And why is it always a circle and not like an oval, like even an edge per se? There's like a straight edge.
Well, first of all, and this is coming from two things. One thing is we're taking in the construct of space. So we're saying that we're in space and these objects are moving around us and orbiting back. So that's an academic axiom. So that's information that was given to you that you can't really come to those assumptions on your own. You don't really feel that you're out floating in space. The way you observe it is sort of things are above you, right? So that academic axiom is going to kind of program your mind into seeing it as, well, something has to be in front of it. But why not look at it like under the terms of, we're seeing objects display light and doing things that we can't understand. Like for instance, flat earthers have done experiments with moonlight and found that moonlight's actually colder than sunlight. So if colder than moon shade. So if that were true, then how is the sun casting light upon the moon in the first place? Because that would mean that the warm light is bouncing off the moon, reversing polarity, and coming down in the exact opposite, colder rather than warmer. I mean, that's just a separate light source. To me, I'm observing with my own eyes two light sources that display they have their own systems. I don't understand how they work, but they do their own thing. And then it also produces its own light, which we can test with thermometers yourself, with like a, you know, a heat thermometer to check your barbecue, or a regular thermometer to check your temperature. You can set them out in moon shade and moonlight, and you'll always see that moon, especially on a full moon with no light pollution, no other interactions going on, you will always see that that moonlight is always colder. We're already talking about something that's outside the box of what the heliocentric model is providing us. So we're saying that that is obsolete. It doesn't really apply to what we're observing. And to take that into our consideration, we have to accept all these academic axioms that we don't even agree with in the first place. We don't believe in space. We don't believe in any of that. So what is happening above us, we don't know. Like recently, I don't know if you heard about the ISS. One of the astronauts was just, you know, he just posted on Twitter that he plugged a hole, a pinhole, a leak on the ISS with his thumb. Now, I don't know about you, but I could take any vacuum, pull it up to even 1/10 of the pressure that we're dealing with in space, and I ask a human being to stick their thumb on that, I would never do that. Blood would be, you would? Look, the vacuums that they're dealing with would destroy you. I mean, it would cause harm to your skin. It would cause harm to your blood vessels.
Let's give it our first try. I'm really nervous. Okay, my hand in a vacuum chamber. 3, 2, 1. Oh, wow. Okay, it's really sucking. Whoa, look. That was only for a few seconds and not even that low of a vacuum. You can see already the blood starting to come out and my hand starting to swell. Wow. That is some crazy stuff. And also it was really hurting my fist because it was like there was a ton of, like I was holding a ton of weight with my arm like that.
It would hurt you. This guy, but that's what I'm saying, is that this guy did this in the infinite vacuum. We're talking an infinite vacuum of space, and he put his physical thumb on a hole that could have just diluted his blood matter within his body within a fraction of a second, and nothing happened. Wait. And that's not the only proof. I'm just what I'm suggesting here is that you could pick that apart, I'm sure. I could probably pick that apart, but what I'm suggesting is a lot of the information they give us is like these really insane, like elaborate stories that don't make any sense, and the more you pick them apart, the more they kind of sound ridiculous. Like for instance, the SpaceX, like the car, the pressurized tires, the plastic in the interior, the glass, the metal. Why didn't the things melt? There's only 7 elements that can withstand those heat, those temperatures, those insane heats. And if you look at the footage, it lasts for hours, and not a single fleck of paint drifted off that vehicle. What is going on? What are they showing us? Is it just malarkey? You know, like, we have to really start questioning stuff. Why aren't there any stars in any of the space footage out there? And they say it's not the right camera equipment. They have the camera equipment. Why aren't they using that, integrating that in with the GoPro cameras or whatever they're using? Why aren't they using this technology that proves space? If it's so easy to prove and it's so easy to just understand, why aren't they giving it to us? And I'm sorry, I have a lot of passion. I've been looking into this for such a long time. And I started off like you. I had so many doubts. I didn't want to believe the flat earth, but I did. I didn't want to believe it, but I did. The only reason why I wanted to believe it is because I've experienced it my whole life. I remember weird phenomena that I've witnessed myself. And I said, interesting, I don't feel like we're on a ball. Like, I've landed, you know, I went from Florida to like almost like freaking Maine, and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you travel that distance, I didn't even get dizzy when I stepped off the plane. Like, what is going on? You know, like, what happened to the, you know, we're supposed to be experiencing all these speeds, all these different velocities. We're changing, you know, pitch and angle. Like, you don't feel or any of these sensations at all. And it's just a story. So all we have is a story that we're holding on to. Everything that proves the reality that they're presenting to us is just word of mouth. It's just an idea, a concept. There's nothing single that you can do yourself that would prove or maintain this lie to the utmost. And you, like I said, you take apart the heliocentric model, there'll be contradictions. And if you're not honest with yourself and you're not actually looking at these contradictions, you're not going to see it, you know? But you got to look, you know? It's like, We all have to look. I'm sorry I talked your ear off, man. What's your name, by the way?
Eric.
Eric. Very nice meeting you, man. I'm sorry.
Tim.
I'm RealmWalker, that's Tim. But we just wanted to open your mind a little bit because there's so much that we're not questioning as a society, and I have to say, like, that's wrong. We have to do something about this. We have to start bringing attention to this, you know? And people need to look, and we need more minds on this, you know?